internet of value at Ripple, we're thinking much bigger than just cross-border payments. It's kind of like Amazon with rare books in the early days, just this market happens to be a $10 trillion market.
We are at a historic turning point.
Said in the past that you are doing for money what email did for communication.
Moving the whole revolution forward.
Take on it.
There's trillions of dollars parked around the world. XRP.
Is there a possibility that Ripple could take over Swift one day?
Well,
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of 24 Hours Crypto. Let's get right into today's video. This is absolutely insanity. I don't really know what other kind of information I could lay out in front of you for you guys to understand that Ripple and its digital asset XRP are going to be monumental, and it's going to be making history in years to come. In today's episode, you are going to understand exactly what is done behind the scenes, what's happening behind the scenes. And I'm telling you, this is just going to put the icing on the cake. $10, $20, $30.
I say this and you giggle.
Nobody should be giggling. We will be giggling when we're selling our XRP at $10, $20, $30, $40 to, late retail peasants that got in because CNBC said XRP is pumping. We got to set the tone, and we got to set the tone early. Thomas Petcha, okay? He is working at Ripple for 2 months now, full time. Previously, he was at Matico. And for him to stand here in this keynote presentation and for him to say what he says is monumental. So for him to stand there and say this.
Two major prospects. I cannot name it, but hopefully you will read it in the press in the near future. They both of them, and I was really surprised, actually it's free, and these are real, positively meant monsters of banks.
That speaks volumes. And the fact that Citi partnered up with Matico back in 2022, we know this is not one of the monstrous banks that he's talking about. And the best part about this partnership between Citi and Matico, when they were creating and developing an institutional direct custody capability, a year later, Ripple bought Matico. And a month later, they released this article saying, you know what, Citigroup is reviewing their partnership with the custodian Matico. And you guys remember at the time, and I told you guys this is complete BS and it's just for PR, because when this happened, X went crazy, because I even put this out on X saying that Ripple is going to be working with Citigroup 100%. It could be directly or indirectly. At this point, it was directly because Ripple ended up buying them. And they did this just for the press. These guys are cons, I'm telling you. They're not going to tell, maybe they're not cons, but like the fact that they had to come out here and make some sort of nonsense of an article to spread more FUD, it says a lot. And this is where things get very, very interesting. Are you guys ready for this? Do you guys remember what we talked about yesterday about axiology and it utilizing the XRP ledger? Well, take a look at this. So the list members here, the stakeholder participants, we have 21X as the market DLT operator and also with axiology. 21X is just starting up. They don't even have their infrastructure set up. So don't be surprised if they're going to be utilizing Ripple and XRP ledger. They're going through a pre-register right now as we speak. And why am I saying don't be surprised if they, utilize the XRP ledger? They may utilize something else. But first of all, it's coming soon. It's pre-register. It's on the list of documents from the ECB, the European Central Bank, saying they're going to be the market DLT operator. We know axiology is utilizing the XRP ledger, right? Axiology is utilizing the XRP ledger for fast settlements and for their security and their robustness and all the other good stuff. And this is Axiology's website. So, they could have pretty much said, like, this is like the front, this is the pop-up shop, and then behind the scenes that's where you got Ripple. Remember, it's that layer, that foundation. And the best part about this that we missed, wow. And all I ask is subscribe to the channel and a like. This is crazy. So this press release was yesterday, about 3 days ago. Remember, they talked about how they're doing, tests. Everything they're doing are little mock-ups, and they're going through simulations. Listen to this. They're talking about how they're aiming to develop a DLT-capable interoperability mechanism for foreign exchange transactions. The Bank of England will act as the foreign central bank for tests with the Eurosystem solutions. Holy cow, that's all I got to say before I show you the next part. Remember, just last year, the Bank of England came out with their roadmap for real-time gross settlement services beyond 2024, and they stated that they have a joint project with Ripple and has demonstrated synchronized FX transactions into 2 different simulated RTGS systems can be achieved, leading to the incorporation of synchronization functionality into their roadmap for RTGS renewal. Wow, they telling you right here that the FX synchronization transactions were done on 2 different simulated RTGS systems, and it worked perfectly. And here we have just 4 days ago saying that the Bank of England, they're still aiming to develop a DLT-capable interoperability mechanism for foreign exchange transactions. And we're talking about $9 trillion a day just for foreign exchange across the world. This is monumental. Ladies and gentlemen, the writing is on the wall. And I mean, even this clip from yesterday.
Are you working on or working with?
We're working with many of them. They're mostly under non-disclosure agreements. So I'm not at liberty to share the details, but I would say, we are working with them in each continent.
You mentioned there are other potential applications of Ripple's technology beyond cross-border payments. What are some of those applications and use cases that you're exploring?
Well, I'm not going to give away everything that we're working on, but the way I think about this is any transaction that has a middleman, any transaction that requires someone to kind of commute the trust between the transaction, with security settlement, insurance settlements.
I could tell you right now that every single major bank is going to be interacting with the XRP ledger one way or another. And I will put a lot of money on that. Okay? One way or another, the XRP ledger will be utilized by BlackRock, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo. It could be directly or indirectly. Indirectly how? Through Axiology. Indirectly how? Well,
Apollo, JP Morgan, and WisdomTree provided traditional and alternative assets to be tokenized. And in order to set up this fragmented environment, we had Onyx and Oasis Pro tokenize these assets on 3 different permissioned blockchain environments. We had a permissioned zone of the Provenance blockchain, the Onyx Digital Assets platform, and a permissioned Avalanche subnet. And to provide connectivity between all of these different platforms, we implemented not just 1, but 2 interoperability solutions, Axelar and Layer 0. And to provide connectivity between all of these different platforms, we implemented not just 1, but 2 interoperability solutions, Axelar and Layer 0.
These are gold. The information that is presented on this channel is gold, and that is why you guys always see me in the comments replying to individuals and airheads, because I know what I bring to the table. I know the value that I bring to the table with this information. I know it's not hopium. Only the ones with brain cells are going to understand it, and that is why I will always call you a pigeon brain. Some of you guys may be trolling in the comments saying nonsense, but just know when it goes to 10, 20, 30, it's all this. It's either you bought and you held, or you're going to regret. That's all it is. And I really hope you're not standing on the side of regret, because all this information was laid out right in front of you. Okay, if you got distracted or confused with all the noise around XRP and Ripple, try to see through that. There is so much value in a utility token. The whole crypto ecosystem, I kid you not, has not seen a utility asset in full throttle. It has not commenced yet. And a utility asset has infinite market cap value. That's where a lot of people, that's the best I told you so moment is going to be when, you know, XRP's market cap is over $1, $2, $3, $4 trillion. Because we're going to a new era. Like, why can't these pigeon brains out there not understand that? We're going into an era of internet of value. We are opening up more value, something that we have never seen before. Oh my goodness. You guys get it. The ones you do, I mean, whatever I just said, you know exactly what I mean. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I do appreciate every single one of you guys. And for the individuals that got into the Whale Watch report yesterday, the market cap was around 900K. And today it peaked at $1.8 million in market cap. Again, I have no idea how I came across this. Obviously, I did my research, my due diligence before I pitched it to you guys. But this is crazy. Make sure you take your profits. I'm taking my profits on the way up. Okay, there should be nobody being in the red with this. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and we'll be back with another video.
We started building RippleNet with the thesis that crypto liquidity would eventually be able to support robust global payments, large payments. RippleNet was designed so that customers seeing the benefits of our fiat-based network could flip the switch to ODL once the market was mature enough. And this is exactly what's happening. Flip the switch. I think what we're building has, it's solving a real problem. And I think all of the tokens, my advice to anybody would be, understand the utility. If there's real utility and there's real value being delivered to a real customer, there will be value in the token.